So you've been teaching Zenki Yoga to our karate club students for a long time now. How would you say it benefits karate students and other martial artists in general?
Yeah. I mean, obviously because I used to do karate, so I have a bit of insight in what you need as part of your training. I think, I mean, there's no doubt that in the time that I've been teaching here, there's been some massive improvement with flexibility and with true core strength. I'll always remember the first class I walked into full of black belts who were all, whoa, what's this yoga? And started to do some poses that were actually, accessing the core, and they couldn't do them. So they had all of this external muscle and strength and power, but they couldn't even do a basic core pose because their focus is elsewhere. So it's teaching people about health in a different way. And I'd like to say that since I've been teaching here, less injuries. What's really good about this yoga is you don't need to do an hour's class. I can show a student 3 poses that they can then incorporate into part of their training that will get rid of any of that back pain. Gone, finished. Rather than hobbling out of the dojo in agony because they've trained hard or been thrown on the floor or whatever it is they've done, they can do a couple of poses and it's fixed.
So what's your vision moving forward for Zenki Yoga and the Hara space?
Yeah, so I really love working in sports clubs. I really love working with people who are used to training and are aware of their bodies. So teaching more karate dojos, working in more sports clubs would be amazing because it's so much fun. I love it. Also, building on my client base and other classes. I'd love to start to develop retreats, even retreats specifically for sports people as well. And also just build on the Hara space, an holistic place where people get advice on food and meditation and nutrition. And also I suppose introducing Japanese yoga more to gyms, Indian yoga's everywhere. So, and not that it's not good, it's great. But it would be great to see more Japanese yoga in sports clubs and people starting to understanding that health really does start from the inside first and not the outside. And that's what Zenki is.
So Japanese yoga, Zenki yoga, how is this different to other types of more commonly known yoga like Indian styles like Hatha?
Yeah, so I suppose Zenki or Japanese yoga is more like Pilates. So it's about bringing the energy down. It's much more dynamic. Indian yoga is sort of expansion to the universe and connection with the universe, a lot more meditative. So Zenki is all about core strength, developing this core strength that so many of us lack. We think we're strong on the outside, and we may be, but on the inside, the core that supports our body, supports our spine, is really weak. So we work on that because that supports your whole body. We work on back strength. And we also work energetically, so it's not just physical exercise. We're working with energy lines and meridians. The yoga is seasonal, so understanding that our body needs different things at different times of the year, just as in you look to nature. Our bodies don't really do well doing the same thing all the same time. If you do the same thing all the time, you're just going to get the same result. You're not going to get any other results. And Zenki in Japanese yoga is seasonal. So each season, poses and exercises you're doing in the summer in comparison to poses and exercises you're doing in the winter are very different. And so it's about working with those meridians, working with certain organs that need strength at different times of the year to give you a much more rounded, holistic sense of health.
So what does a class actually look like? Is it really difficult? If I was a total beginner, would I be able to do it?
Yeah, sure. What's actually really cool about Sabi Yoga, it's not like other times where you're standing up and everyone's watching you. And sometimes even though yoga shouldn't be, it can become about the ego because human beings naturally just compare each other to each other. What's she doing or what's he doing? And maybe I should do that. And that's why sometimes injuries in yoga are actually quite common. Zenki, a lot of it is on the floor, so no one can see you. The only person who can see you is me. So as I mentioned, it's a lot of core strength, it's a lot of back strength done on your back, on your tummy, where no one can actually see you. So it just gives you that confidence, if you are a beginner, okay, I can give it a go because it feels safe. All the poses have options or alternatives, correctives. So I can do one pose. I can do the same pose for someone who's advanced, for someone who's an intermediate, and someone who's a beginner because the options are slightly different. So whatever level you're at, this yoga's fine.
So how did you actually come across this type of yoga?
Yeah, 3 years ago, back injury. Actually, I'd been having lots of problems with my back for a long time, but just ignored it. Took lots of painkillers all the time, like they were sweets, and just carried on regardless. I fell, slipped a disc, and that pain stopped me. I got introduced to Zenki through a friend, and seriously, at that point, surgeons were telling me I needed my spine fused. This was, a surgeon said to me that if a 70-year-old had my back, they wouldn't be happy. Within 3 months of practicing Zenki yoga, no pain. No doctors, no physio, no chiro, no painkillers. So I went from taking painkillers like they were sweets to, in the last 3 years, I can't remember the last time I had a paracetamol. So, and this is why I believe in this yoga so much, because to me it's every day. My back is permanently damaged, but this yoga keeps me going. And this yoga helps me to manage my body, to manage myself with